Decent one. Not bad. Yeah, hooked her good. Nice. Big old fat fish. Let's see what she weighs. Woo! 372, man. She's a chunk, man. Beautiful fish. Man, she's heavy. Little tiny mouth, but stout. Let's get her going. There you go, baby. There she off, man, disappear. Whoo, it's a good one. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Wow, he broke me off. I haven't been broke off in ages. Oh my goodness. You've got to be kidding me. Oh wow, that hurts. Wow. Unbelievable. Certainly makes me wonder how big that fish was. I mean, I didn't think he was that big at first. I thought he was a little fish, but when he broke me, he pulled. I mean, that was probably a sizable fish. Wow. That is unreal. Well, that was certainly not on the expected list. Man, I haven't been broke off since I switched to fluorocarbon. I haven't been broke off, not even once. I mean, I have trouble breaking my lures off if I get hung up. I usually have to cut the line, it's so tough. And it wasn't an equipment failure or anything, because like I said, he took everything, the line snapped, so man. Be thinking about that one for a long time. Man, so you talk about a swing of emotions, right? Yesterday, I hooked a fish kind of in this area I've been waiting on one to be in for a little bit. I've been fishing this lake for about a month or so, and I've always saw this little area by these logs, and I'm like, man, it just looks like a big fish would be sitting there. But yesterday, something comes up. I'm whipping my Cinco over to, kind of on the top, near the top of the water column, right by this log, and something pops up and just bam, just snags it, hits it hard. But I saw the splash on video. The splash looks a bit bigger than I remember. I didn't think it was a massive fish. I waited for a second, set the hook. I hooked him good. I felt that hook set. I felt him pull back. I'm thinking, oh yeah, this might be a good one. He turns after the initial pull down. He kind of comes up. I never get to see him, which also makes me think he was a big fish, because usually when when they hit near the top of the water, my gear is my reel is a high gear ratio, so I pull him and turn him really quick. And I never saw him, so he was big enough to stay down. And when he made his second turn and pull back, man, he took off. That was, and it just boom, snapped my line instantly. I didn't feel like it was rubbing on anything. I feel like it was just the fish power. And to tell you how big of a deal that is, I get my lures hung up sometimes, and it's tough to break them. Me pulling with all my force, trying to get my lure out of a log or between two rocks or whatever. I mean, I've had to cut my line before I could break my line. I finally learned where if I step back and I pull, you know, the rod a certain way at a certain angle, I can now sometimes get it to pop, because eventually you stretch it far enough, it's just gonna pop, right? But I mean, it's tough. And I have never been broke off on this new fluorocarbon line that I'm running. I don't remember if it's 15 or 17 pound, but I mean, it's some tough stuff, guys. And so unless there's something underneath the water that I couldn't see, that maybe he rubbed against, pulled into, wrapped around something, I mean, this fish had to be massive. And so, you know, it really bothered me because that was at like 8 o'clock in the morning. So I snuck back over after I was done working in the afternoon, and I get there and I'm looking for the line snapper. That's what I'm gonna call him, line snapper, right? So I'm looking for him. I go back into that same area, into that same spot, first cast, right into that spot, boom, get hit. And I'm going, oh my goodness, I thought I pulled off the impossible, man. But I mean, as y'all will see, wasn't him. It was a good fish, solid fish, strong fish, but this fish did not have the power that that fish had. I got this fish up relatively easy. He even kind of drug me over into the thick of things as well. No issues whatsoever. And like I said, I didn't feel like the line got popped because it hit something, rubbed something, touched something, whatever. You know, I felt the line snap as he pulled away. So I really think that it was solely the fish. Definitely wasn't a knot issue. I had just tied on. And he took everything. So I fished with a swivel and a hook and a Cinco and all this stuff, right? So sometimes the swivels can fail, but everything was gone. The swivel, the hook, the Cinco, everything. So the line truly snapped. And like I said, I thought I had got him. I thought I had, you know, did the impossible, pulled off something epic, and went and caught the fish that broke me off. But no hook in his mouth, no bait in his mouth, no nothing. A solid, you know, 3 pound plus fish. It was a good fish, but clearly not the one. And like I said, I handled 3 pound fish, no problem, you know. 4 pound fish, no problem. Even a 6 pounder, got him, boom, no problem. So, you know, that really makes me wonder what could be down there. What was it that broke me off? And how am I going to adjust should I hook him again? You know, do I need to loosen the drag? Do I need to be quicker to just yank his ass up on the bank? I don't know. Do I want to even give into his power? You know, sometimes you don't have a choice depending on where you hook him. Or is it also because I was so close to him that he was able to torque my line and my rod so bad? If I would have had some more line out and got him swimming, would it have helped? I don't know, you know, but those are all things I'll be thinking about while I'm trying to track down a line snapper. Anyways, that being said, it's 7:30 in the morning, and I'm gonna go throw a few casts in that area where he broke me off, because lots of times these big fish just hang out in that area. That's their home. That's where they patrol. I also did get a bunch of bluegill bites kind of in that same area, so clearly he's got a you know, a bunch of fish and a good ecosystem to feed on. That's probably why he's there. It's probably why he's thriving. But I'm gonna see if I can track him down. Especially, I want to be in these next couple days, because, you know, if I did hook him as good as I think I did, there's a high possibility he's still gonna have that hook in his mouth, and that's the fish I want to find. So, you know, that would be epic. And that's when you're like, oh, what's your wildest dream? That's my wildest dream for the next few days. So we'll report back, man. Peace. Trying to find line snapper. Yeah. Well, the wind has picked up significantly. It's a little cloudy out now. This Operation Hunt Line Snapper broke me off earlier. I'll go back into that same area and see if I can find him, because I mean, he hit it hard, so he was hungry. See if I can find out what that was. That would be epic. that was quick. No hook anywhere. That ain't him. It's a solid fish, man, but he's probably 3 pounds, maybe. $304. So a solid one, for sure. Pretty fish. I get him back in, but I don't want to mess up my stuff over there. See if he'll just go in here. Yeah, he's good. Oh, stay. That's a good one. Calm down, dude. Thank you. It's a good fish. That is a good fish. I don't see a hook. That maybe could have been him. $4.80. That is a solid chunk. Oh man, that is a solid chunk. Fish was strong. Fish was super strong. Beautiful fish. Let's get her back in the water. All right, baby. There you go. You're good. Let's get some water in you. There you go. She's off. Man, okay. So maybe not line snapper, but I think I have found the biggins over here. Whoa! That was crazy. I hope y'all saw that. Wow. I hope my arm was not in the way. That was insane. Wow. He's a good fish too. He might be 3.5, 3.5. Nice. Hell yeah. Nice, pretty fish. Small mouth again. The mouth in comparison to the body is small. But he's a beauty. Let's get him back. Okay, calm down, my guy. There we go. Get in there. And he's gone, man. And so are we. Good times. So ultimately and unfortunately, I wasn't able to track down line snapper. It's only been about 24 hours since he broke me off. Like I said, I've been back. I've caught a few good fish right in the area that he was in, but none of them had hooks in their mouth. I do use barbed hooks, so as good as I hooked him, it should have stayed in at least through the 24-hour period, potentially longer. I mean, it could take weeks, maybe even months for a barbed hook to fall out. I'm not exactly hopeful it'll take that long. I would expect it to stay in for a couple of days, but unfortunately, I don't have much more time in the coming days to fish. So this case may end up closed, more so just because I'm running out of time. Any big bass that I catch in that lake, I'll be checking his mouth for the next couple weeks to see if it's possibly him. I think if anything, the best thing to come from this is the fact that I truly believe there's got to be a monster out there. I haven't been broke off like that. I've caught some massive fish, and nothing has been able to treat me like this fish did. So, it hurt my heart. I felt disrespected, man. I was left in shock. I mean, the video's edited, but there was probably 5 minutes of me just staring into space and just thinking about what just happened. I was just baffled. It was truly the last thing that I expected. So at least now, I guess the good side is I know it can happen, so I can fish and prepare a little differently when I think that there's potentially a monster on the line. And the ones that get away, they're the ones that hurt, man, because they're what could have been, Now, when I did rewatch the video back, I looked really closely. I did see some sticks on when he pulled a stick lifted up in the water, and you might be able to see it in the YouTube video if you go back and you watch it. I don't know if the quality is good enough or not to see it on the platform. But so he must have certainly rubbed up against a stick or pulled against a stick, or even just been under some sticks. And maybe that caused some extra tension or friction for him to be able to bust it. I'm not really sure. I've probably played it back a million times in my head of what happened and what I think happened, and watched the video now a few times to see. But yeah, it's the ones that get away that sting, man. So, but little wishful thinking, maybe I'll catch him. So that's what keeps me going, right? So I'll be right back out there looking for the next one. And who knows, maybe I'll catch a bigger one. So I'll report back. We'll see where we end up. And I'll definitely keep y'all informed if I think I'm on Line Snapper's trail. Because, I truly believe I'm chasing a monster. All right, y'all. Peace.